When I started teaching, I was about 21 years old, I think, and I didn't have a car. And I was riding, using public transportation with my students, which was not a good look. I needed a car. And my dad knew I needed a car, and my uncles knew I needed a car, and a male cousin of mine who was a mechanic knew that I needed a car. And all of them had said to me, when you get ready, we'll help you look for a car. Don't go alone. When you're ready, we'll go with you. We'll help you make a choice and make sure that what you select is a good vehicle for you. But that's not me. I like to do my own thing in my own way. And so I say, could I just stop for a moment? I lost an earring today. This is not just a special look. So, all of you ladies or men or whatever who feel sorry for me, say, oh, thank you. I also lost my nose ring this week too, so thank you. I'm just loving this. Anywho, I wanted to do it in my way, save my own money, do my own thing, pick my own car, the whole everything. Well, in Buffalo, years and years ago, we're going back to the 70s, there was a car dealership on Delaware Avenue called the Trading Post. It was built like a teepee. And I don't know if I'm insulting anybody by using that expression. If there's something that's more politically correct, please pull my coat and tell me. But at that time, to me, it was a little teepee. And the two guys who sold cars, they wore headdresses. It was just horrible. But I thought it was so cute. Now, I'm not that person anymore. This was back in the 70s. And I would drive by and see the teepee Trading Post. In fact, I didn't realize it said Trading Post. You ever look at something for so long, you think you see something that's really not there? It really didn't say the Trading Post. It said the Trade-In Post. So when I finally got enough money to get a car, I went there. Didn't tell anybody, saved my money, went to the Trade-In Post. I didn't know what that was about, but I found out when I got there that was about trading in a vehicle, but I didn't have one. So I thought it said trading, and I figured I had trading cards, I collected stamps, I collected coins, they would maybe take something. I don't know what I was thinking, just dumb, I guess. Anywho, I get there, and the guy with the headdress says, wait for it. He said, how? And remember, this is the early 70s. I said, how do you do? He said, what can we do for you, little lady? I said, I've come to buy a car. He said, well, we take trades. And he explained to me what that was all about. And I said, well, I don't have a car. I come to buy a car, my first car. And he smiled and chuckled to his friend. And he said, what kind of car would you like? I didn't know anything about cars. Still don't. Well, I know a little bit because I've owned a few now. But he said, what kind of car would you like? And I said, blue. You know they saw me coming, right? So I said, well, we got a few blue ones out back. So we went out back, out on the lot, and indeed, there were lots of blue cars. Light blue, dark blue, midnight blue, robin's egg blue, baby blue, all kinds of blue. Oh, I was so excited. So excited. And finally, I saw it. 1968 Pontiac Tempest, baby blue. I said, I want that one. They said, you can have it. Oh, right, I didn't know it was that simple. Anyway, they took me out back or into the office, and I gave them what I had brought for my down payment. We made the arrangements regarding insurance. I hadn't even talked to anybody about insurance, what to pay, who to deal with, or anything. But I took care of all the paperwork, and this is before he said, would you like to take it for a spin? so excited, I'm not even thinking what that means. I know this sounds really stupid, but you know how when you're riding a bike and you pop a wheelie? I thought he was talking about doing a trick with the car and doing a spin or something. And I said, no, I don't think I have to do that. He said, well, fine. We'll deliver the car to you this week. When would you like to have it arrive? I said, Friday, please, so I can go out with my friends on Saturday. And they said, okay. Well, on Friday, they delivered the car. I still haven't driven it, remember? But I told all my girlfriends, we're going to be rolling on Saturday. We're going to be dressed. That was back in the day when you really did dress when you went to the club. Now you can wear sneakers and whatever, but then, you know, you had to really be sharp. You had to be fly. So my girls were ready. My friend Sharon was the only one of us who had a car, but hers was really beat down. You could see the ground beneath the floorboard, so we were all very excited. The car arrived on Friday. I still hadn't driven it. The boy who lived downstairs in my apartment building washed the car for me. And on Saturday, dressed in my blue dress to match my blue car, and my blue dress had a matching coat, hello. And I had navy blue shorty gloves, navy blue pumps, and a navy blue clutch. I was ready to do the do. So I go downstairs and I get into my car. It is beautiful, all clean and everything. I get in, start it up, sounding good. And then when I went to turn the steering wheel to turn it, the steering wheel was like this. It was like really stiff. And I don't know why, and I don't know what it needs, but I can barely turn the steering wheel. But I figure I'm going to my mom's house first because I want to show off this car that I purchased all by myself. Gonna surprise her. It's not very far, so I'm driving along, doing this, making turns like this. I'm sweating, just like I am now, and I'm trying to make these turns, and when I get to my mom's block, I turn into the block, and I want everybody to see me, because I'm looking good, right? And you know, and I want to look cool. Now I can barely turn it with two hands, now I want to use one. So I turn into her block, and I'm rolling down the avenue. And when I get to her house, I want to turn into the driveway, and when I turn, the car just keeps going because I can't turn back fast enough, and I ran into the porch next door. Messed up my car, messed up the people's home next door. I was so shocked, I couldn't do anything. I'm just sitting there, and the gentleman who lived on the other side came over to me, and he said, Carol, well, that was my name then. Carol, are you okay? You okay? And I said, yeah, I think so. And he peeled me out of the car and turned it off, and he said, don't worry about it. My mother called her brother, my uncle, told him what had happened. My Uncle Buddy said, don't worry about it. He would take care of everything. So now I have no car. My girls are at the club waiting for me to pick them up. It's only 3 blocks away, so I can walk. I look good, but I also look stupid. And I'm just undone. And when I reached the club, I told them what had happened. They all had a good laugh. And my girlfriend's uncle owned the club. He laughed harder than anybody. He thought it was so hilarious. But I told my own children, you know, when you go to get a car, you know, you got to be prepared and take somebody with you who knows something. I've driven and owned lots of cars now, and talking to Charlotte today, we were talking about cars we have had that we've driven until the wheels fell off. I drove that 68 Pontiac Tempest for a lot of years until I couldn't open the hood anymore. I said, well, take it away, and I went and got something else. But anyway, that's my story. I'm happy to tell it to you. I'm glad I got a few laughs. And please enjoy the festival. I'm working every day somewhere, and maybe I'll see some of you later on between now and Saturday. All right? Thank you.